Adria has betrayed us completely, and Leah's soul is lost. Through her, Diablo has been reborn as the prime evil. All the powers of hell are his to command. The high heavens tremble, and the angels are helpless before Diablo's assault. Only I remain to set things right and rid the world of Diablo's evil forever.
Heavens, what have we done?
Imperious, you cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
Aspect of valor condemns us. This will be difficult.
The Diamond Gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperious is right. I am the cause of this.
Diablo did this, not you. You did everything in your power to prevent this devastation.
Long ago, my brethren and I voted to decide the fate of man. I cast the final vote that spared you from extinction. Now humanity has birthed the prime evil.
Tyrael, you believed in us. You became one of us. Now you must live as a mortal and surrender your fears to hope. Stay here and wallow in your misery if you like, but I'm going on.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced.
Dire tidings indeed.
We are lost. Diablo is too powerful. Always before, the lords of hell bickered and worked against each other. They undid themselves. Within Diablo, within the Prime, there is no such division. And now, the halls of the high heavens quake beneath his steps. The prime evil. I can't believe all this has come to pass. Adria played us all for fools. Diablo's influence twisted her inside and out. I suspect we have not seen the last of her. I should have known that Leah's father was the Wanderer. How could I not have sensed Diablo's foul presence within her?
I could not either. It is too sad.
Adria fooled us all. She sacrificed her own daughter to resurrect Diablo. She is the true monster.
But poor Leah. I grieve for her soul.
As do I. But we will mourn for her later. Right now, we must focus on stopping Diablo.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought. It will be the last thing you see. Sqotch, destroy the Nephilim. I do not fear you, Nephilim. You'll find only death in this eternal realm. closer to my ultimate victory.
The ancient texts describe the terror demons as unconquerable foes, the dreams of Diablo made flesh. They appear in shadow to torment their victims, and then, in shadow, they vanish. The mere sight of one drove a Horodrim to madness, leaving him screaming and clawing at his eyes until the end of his days.
I am returning to town.
When you have lived as long as I, you learn that life is filled with betrayal. But the cruelest always comes at the hands of those we love. I know it must be hard to think of other things, but now we must. All creation rests upon your shoulders.
You sound more serious than I have ever heard you.
Well, these are dark times. Even I must set apart thoughts of Dirge's jewel and dwell upon the fate of the world. But that doesn't mean you have to frown so. Hope. Do not look down, my friend. Even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. Hope for a better day. Hope for a new dawn. Or just hope for a good breakfast. You start small, then see what you can get. Do you think that Leah is lost forever?
Diablo consumed her. She is gone.
Do you not think Leah's soul is stronger than that? But then sometimes I forget that you have not seen everything that I have seen.
You always dodge around the truth. Who are you?
What am I? I am Covetous Shen, of course. No more, no less. To some that has meant one thing, to others another.
When will you give me a real answer?
When the sun sets in the east and the shore swallows the tide. When the moon smiles upon the day and the blind man sees once again.
You knew this was coming, didn't you?
Of course, Chelsea.
What's the point of seeing the future if you don't stop bad things from happening, Miriam?
That's the point of the future, love. It keeps coming. You don't win a duel by blocking the first blow and going home.
So you just let Leah die?
I had to. Diablo was always going to come back. But now, you are here to stop him. And in your grief and rage, you will, my Chelsea. You will soon free Ariel and bring her hope back to the high heavens, sending despair to a well-deserved death.
It is reassuring that you have such faith in me.
I left my people and everyone I loved to help you on your journey. I have no doubt you will succeed. You need to have more faith in yourself.
I thought I could make my wife's death mean something. It doesn't matter now, does it?
Of course it does. You are the finest blacksmith I've ever met.
Right. Sure that's a comfort for Leah, now that she's gone too. Oh, I've been a fool. You don't get to make things right. This world isn't made for redemption.
Wait. Before we face that abomination, there is something you should know. When we first met, I thought you were a dangerously naive fool. I was wrong. I've never met anyone as kind and intelligent as you. You humble me.
Never stop asking questions, my friend. Let it define you, and you will never be lost.
I will. Ever since Adria betrayed us, I've been thinking about how Magda used to share the leadership of the Coven with another.
What do you mean?
20 years ago, just before the darkening of Tristram, they had some sort of falling out, and the other leader disappeared. I think that other leader might have been Adria.
It does make sense. Adria left to find Diablo and Tristram, while Magda stayed true to the Coven. You must miss your family during times like these.
No point in it. I'll never see them again.
Don't say that. They still live.
My brother's wife thinks I was involved with his imprisonment, and he believes her.
What?
As low as I am, I would never frame him. Not even to win her back. But they won't hear a word of it. For all the gold I send to them, I receive nothing in response.
Lead the way to glory.
We were gravely mistaken, my friend. I could not see through an illusion of such power, such treachery.
There's no magic that could.
When I think of what she suffered through, we must find a way to stop Diablo. The Prophet would never forgive me if he knew my part in unleashing this terror upon the world.
I found a strange document on one of the angels' bodies in the high heavens. It is very old, maybe centuries even older than I.
That does sound interesting. We know so little of the angels. What is it about?
I am not certain. The script is very old and foreign to me. When I saw the angel, he was dying. But even though he was in great pain, he reached out to me with the document in his hand, like he wanted me to take it. By the time I approached him, he was still. His spirit had already gone.
I welcome the chance to travel with you.
I am Ethereal, Archangel of Fate. It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the scroll of fate. But you, Nephilim, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
Then I shall write my destiny in Diablo's blood. You can watch all of creation burn, or you can help me now.
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Auriel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Rakanoth, the Lord of Despair.
I will free her, and then hope will be restored to the heavens.
These are the Gardens of Hope. The Archangel Auriel cannot be far.
I have seen many warriors in my day, but only a scant few of them could face the might of an oppressor. This monster towers over the tallest barbarians and wields weapons crafted from hell-forged steel. They were last seen with Baal during his resurgence and left legions of dead men. No one has seen an armored destroyer since Diablo was exiled from the burning hell centuries ago. Before then, they were the bulk of his army, and they crawled, thick as locusts over the face of their master's realm. Should the Lord of Terror ever return, I fear they would be his heralds.
We have laid low.
Though the subjugators have always been powerful demon sorcerers, they constantly sought to increase their standing in the bloodthirsty realms of hell. To this end, they imprisoned a score of massive Armadon, torturing and flaying them until the hell beasts would bear subjugators as riders. Together, the Mount and its master are nearly invincible.
Seems I cannot pass it. Is free now, Angel. This corruption blocks my path.
Magic is overwhelming here. In its intensity, I have learned to fight.
I don't have enough arcane power.
I need arcane power.
Yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephilim, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo.
In the beginning,
the hell rifts. Heaven will be destroyed long before you set one foot into the Silver Spire.
the beginning, Rakanoth served Andariel,
Only once in the history of Sanctuary has a Nephilim been as powerful as you. His name was Odysseus.
I've heard of him. The one who sacrificed himself to save the world. I thought it was just a myth.
He was no myth. Because of his noble sacrifice, I saw the inherent potential in your kind. As such, I voted with Orion to spare mankind from annihilation.
You made the right decision. Without me, heaven would fall before the prime evil. You can see the future.
I see the myriad streams of possibility, all intertwining and weaving into one another. I can hear them echoing forward into eternity.
With so many paths before you, how do you know which one to take?
I am not called to be a champion as you are. My role is simply to observe.
Have you seen the fate of the Prophet?
I know of that name, but the one who bore it lived and died long before your time.
I see.
How does the Scroll of Fate say this will all end?
Doom and darkness. These heavens ruined. The angelic host broken. Diablo victorious.
I will not let that happen.
As I have said, Nephilim, your destiny is unwritten. You alone may change these dark times.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the Scroll of Fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
You can no longer be bound by the chains of fate.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
We will not fail you. Diablo sought to bring despair down upon heaven, but I have destroyed his champion and restored hope. I thought this would bring Tyrael back to his senses, but he remains lost. Nevertheless, I must push on and eradicate Diablo's hellish portals.
In the beginning, Rakanoth served Andariel, the Maiden of Anguish, with efficient brutality, for his touch may open up many painful wounds. He was also the warden of Iswal during many long years that the angels suffered in Rakanoth's own plains of despair. But he has quit his realm unexpectedly in recent times.
The crystals within these halls are repositories for the angels' knowledge. They are worth more than all of the wealth in our world combined.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
The bile crawlers are commonly spoken of among the peasantry in Honduras, most often invoked to scare unruly children into their beds. Fables hold that the crawlers are the half-formed demon spawn who hatched before their time. They resemble nothing more than a bloody, ravening mess, and possess a voracious appetite for human flesh.
victorious. Seethe with the corruption of hell.
Is comprised of the 5 archangels who hold dominion over the high heavens. They determine the laws by which all angels must abide. Each of them embodies a pure aspect of creation. Valor, justice, hope, fate, wisdom.
Demons come from Diablo's realm of terror in the burning hells. The gateway must be shut. I am unstoppable. The Archangel of Valor is the greatest warrior in all of creation. He revels in war and combat, and has led the hosts of heaven to innumerable victories. With Mount Bel's absence, it is Imperius who now rules over the Angelus Council, seeking always to defend the high heavens from any foe.
With the aim to destroy it, you will not succeed.
Well done, Evelyn. Diablo's vile minions can no longer use this rift to find their way into the Silver City. Now only one rift remains.
That is not the only Hell Rift. The flow of my legions will not stop.
Knowledge of the future grants power over the present. For this reason, Ethereal, the Archangel of Fate, is a vital member of the Council. He alone possesses the ability to decipher the threads of destiny woven in the celestial scroll of fate. His boundless sight grants him perspective others cannot fully comprehend.
Themselves could be turned by Diablo's evil if it is not vanquished soon. That would be a dread fate indeed.
Nothing.
Morlu were once men, great warriors of old, but each of them had darkness within his soul, and Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, used this flaw to trick them into his service. Mephisto's fury slowly burned away their mortal forms, leaving them fiery apparitions who know no pain, fear, or doubt.
Trained for.
Health returns. I need to go back.
I'm sorry for what I said before. I was upset. I don't know what it is, but I feel better. Like things can be made right.
Would you say you're feeling hopeful?
Yes, that's it exactly. My wife would not have wanted me to wallow in my misery. She would have wanted me to do everything I could to help you win this battle. And you can win. I know that now.
So, now you know. The Nephilim are not in the Scroll of Fate. Heard it from Fate himself. You can write your own destiny.
Write my own destiny, then how is it you are able to see my future?
Perhaps I have my own Nephilim powers, eh? That, and you are quite predictable.
She's back! Can you believe it? She's back from heaven. Not just that, she's winning!
I draw closer to victory, Nephilim. You are too late, just as you always have been.
There has been much debate among the Horodrim regarding the shadow vermin. Some scholars believe that these wraith-like foes are formed from concentrated demonic energy, while others believe they are the souls of humans, corrupted by Diablo. They glide through the darkness as easily as water, ready to smother their unwary prey.
Demons come from Diablo's realm of terror in the burning hells. The gateway must be shut.
If only they could see me now.
Of creation. Her eternal light illuminates even the darkest surface. With Mount endlessly conquered, it falls to Adria to hold the Angelus Council together. Should her light ever fail, all heaven would fall to despair.
Are closed. You have far exceeded my expectations, Nephilim. But there is not a moment to waste. Quickly, you must make your way to the Silver Spire.
The Hell Rifts are closed, but it is of no matter. Soon there will be nothing left of these high heavens. All creation will be the realm of terror. Yes, my friend. I am ready to again fight by your side. I was wrong to give in to despair. You have shown me there is still a chance for victory. But we must hurry. Even now, Diablo makes his way to the Silver Spire. I finally understand. Your kind faces death and darkness every day, yet still you find the courage to move forward. It is an honor to be one of you.
I knew you would understand with time. Oh dear, he has returned.
Who?
You will see.
Your kind does not belong here. If I see you again, you will die.
Pay him no mind. This is your fight, Nephilim. Your power is even greater than Tyrael foresaw.
One can only hope. But now, we must stop Diablo before he reaches the crystal arch above us.
Diablo will corrupt the crystal arch atop the Silver Spire, unless he is stopped. Should he succeed, heaven will fall. Everything has led to this moment. Tyrael and I will fight our way to the summit, where I will finally face Diablo.
Corruption is thick.
Though I forsook my home, to see it again like this, any joy I might replaced with sorrow. Upwards, we must make it to the summit.
How does it feel, knowing you helped me become the prime evil? For all your mighty deeds, all you really accomplished was unleashing me upon the world. Some savior you are, Nephilim.
Leah, no!
Diablo is climbing the spire to the crystal arch. We must hurry.
I lived only to serve my master Belial, but you killed him and unleashed the prime evil on the world.
An illusion!
Brutal overseers, second only to the seven evils themselves. The mallet demons rule the seething outer reaches of the hells that surround the central realms and have long refused to join any of the lesser evil's armies. Surely the destruction would be unthinkable if such a thing ever came to pass.
Are no longer held by Diablo's corruption angels.
halls in all their majesty. We thought ourselves the masters of all creation. Our arrogance was our downfall.
Are no longer held by Diablo's corruption, angels.
Your grave awaits!
The fountains of heaven flowed with the energy of the crystal arch, but now
when he was still among the angels. But he grew weary of battling the demons after a time, and he began to secretly conspire with demons in order to forge a peace. The demoness Lilith became his greatest ally in the Hells, and many other demons and angels joined his cause. After he gained a following, Inarius stole the sacred World Stone and used it to create and conceive a world he called Sanctuary. Demons and angels alike fled there, and some of them, including Inarius and Lilith, fell in love. Many of these unions resulted in children. They were called the Nephilim.
That is a powerful soul over there.
Look at the destruction Diablo has wrought. If we do not stop him, this is the future of all creation. different here.
Nocteria, your old tenant.
Seems we've both fallen from grace, typical. Come, embrace your former lieutenant. Corruption cannot be stopped!
And see the ruin of heaven. The angel Iswal was once Tyrion's lieutenant, but he was captured by the enemy after an ill-advised assault upon the Hellforge. Iswal surrendered to demonic corruption and revealed the secrets of the Soul Stones to the prime evils. Tyrio claimed that Iswal was slain years ago, but his replacement has never emerged from the Crystal Arch.
The Lord of Terror cannot be far now.
His time has come.
I am returning to town. I've got a little surprise for you, Lyndon.
Is that so?
It's gold, and a lot of it. I'll go with you to Kingsport after things have settled down and help you repay the Merchants Guild and free your brother.
You're joking, right? You look like you're joking.
Even I know this isn't a joking matter. I'm happy to help you.
I'm speechless.
Well, I'm not holding my breath.
Let us seek our fortunes together.
I spoke with Ethereal, and he helped me translate the document. It was written by an angel who saw promise in humanity. He began to teach a group of young women who had killed the demons their masters summoned.
You mean they were you and your sisters?
None other. The prophet I have followed for so many years. He was an angel.
That is why Tyrael seemed familiar to you.
Yes, but I do not know whether the prophet was the dying angel I met or not. The writings say that he worked in absolute secrecy. Ethereal knew nothing of them.
Then you must find a new path through the world without him.
You are right. And I hope that path will still be with you, my friend.
One last fight for our hero, and we can go home.
I will soon be facing the Lord of Terror, and there is little time left to us. Tell me who you really are.
Despite your education, you still suspect I may be something other than a simple jeweler?
I don't know what to believe anymore. The world is full of things I once thought I understood.
Isn't it though? But there's one truth you can count on. Truth is never quite as interesting as wild speculation. At any rate, when you defeat Diablo, don't laze about. We have other lands to explore, you and I. Dirge's jewel is still out there somewhere. I know what I fear. For long years, I feared the jewel of Dirge's would fall into the wrong hands. That its evil would be unleashed. upon our world. But in the sight of this, in the sight of all this destruction, I can hardly look or even think upon a jewel, even one as terrible as Dirges. You must save us.
Your task will soon be done. The angels will then have no choice but to value mortals, thanks to you.
You may be right.
Of course I'm right. Look who you're talking to. Have I ever steered you wrong?
No, but you don't always tell me everything I need to know.
All for your own good, Chelsea. All for your own good.
Things as I looked out over the Silver City. The view used to calm me. Now I find it does the opposite. It is not far now. I only hope we are not too late. I can feel Diablo's corruption closing around the light of heaven.
What is that? I'll have to pay attention.
A hard fight.
Time to loot.
I need to go back.
The Prophet has foreseen our victory.
You abandoned me to that foul asylum, Tyria. Why did you forsake me when you knew Baal still walked among us?
Nicely done.
The enslaved nightmares stand as testament that there will never be peace between men and demons. Sorcerers who attempt to master the dark arts and summon demons with their black spells are all damned to become skeletal nightmares, bound to the very power they tried to bend to their will.
Was once beautiful beyond measure.
Will be again, Tyrion.
was alarmed when he realized that the Nephilim had the potential to surpass both angels and demons in power. He wished to limit their abilities, but Lilith demanded that they become her army. Their escalating conflict led to Sanctuary's discovery by the Demon Lords and and the Angiris Council.
It is ended. Nephilim, I see you did not heed my warning. Or perhaps you think yourself strong enough to face me.
Let's find out, shall we?
Imperius, stop this madness. Diablo is the enemy here, not the Nephilim.
Tyrael, I will deal with you soon enough. I will... What is this? No! Diablo has reached the Arch!
No. Diablo has begun extinguishing the Crystal Arch. That's why the angels have fallen. If its light should go out forever, we must defeat Diablo before that happens.
It's down to us mortals, Tyrael. It is fortunate you gave up your wings.
Diablo's vile corruption bars our path. Stand back. Eldruin's light shall clear the way. The gate has been opened, Nephilim. This last trial is yours alone.
I couldn't have made it this far without you, Tyrael.
It was an honor, but this is the moment you were made for. This is the hour of mankind's victory.
You said that the Crystal Arch is the heart of heaven. Please explain.
It is older than time itself, and over the eons, this shining realm took shape around it. It thrums with living light and sound that courses through the very fabric of the Silver City.
Were the angels born from it as well?
Yes, like musical notes in a grand chorus. Angels are the manifestation of the Arch's intrinsic harmony. The purest expressions of this harmony were my brethren, the Archangels.
It seems the harmony between you was broken long ago.
Yes, but hope has returned. And as you mortals are fond of saying, it is not over yet. I fear that if we defeat Diablo, Leah's innocent spirit will die with him.
I won't believe that. No matter how long it takes, or how far the journey, I will never rest until her soul is at peace.
You are right. Leah knew the protective spells of the Horadrim. Diablo took control over her body. He can never twist her mind.
I know that you and Ariel voted to spare mankind, but who voted to destroy us?
Imperius. Malthael abstained, but it was counted against you.
Malthael abstained? Was it out of cowardice?
He was no coward. He was wisdom itself, until his disappearance. The Endura's council has been broken ever since.
Whatever became of Malthael?
Long ago, when Anarius and his ilk stole the World Stone to create Sanctuary, Malthael became consumed with discovering its whereabouts. As the Archangel of Wisdom, he was tortured by his inability to recover the sacred artifact.
Where is he now?
Some say he haunts the silent halls of Pandemonium, forever seeking answers to the unknowable mysteries of life and death.
What exactly is the Prime Evil?
It is the sum total of all 7 evils housed within one body. There is an ancient legend, known only to a few, of the great dragon Tathamet, who was the original embodiment of evil. The legend says that he was ripped apart during an epic battle with Anu, and that the burning hells are composed of his remains.
Who is Anu?
Just as Tathamet was the ultimate evil, Anu was the ultimate good. It is said by some that the Crystal Arch is all that remains of this great warrior.
So Diablo is Tathamet reborn?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
I need to go back.
I don't care if you have to burn the heavens down to their fountain.
It is good to fight with you again.
See how you fare in my realm of terror. Only by defeating us can you return to your own realm. But none have ever crawled from the depths of their own terror.
see all of these energies?
Yes, but I'm not quite sure what they are.
Bright airy wisps are angelic wards. And then the black spells are the demons. They are as thick as storm clouds on the horizon.
Well, it was all worth it. Everything. The cuts, the bruises, having to break bread with that Templar. I jest. You were like family to me now. I owe you the world, my friend. But now I better shut up before I make myself sick. That was astounding! What you did back there! You're the greatest hero in history. Everyone in Kingsport will know your name if I have my way. They'll sing it for the rest of time. Hell, I will sing right now if you want me to. I can't believe you really did it.
Lyndon, are you crying?
No. It's raining.
It doesn't rain in the heavens.
Well, it does now.
Victory at last! There was never a doubt in my mind, friend. You are a true champion. And so the Lord of Terror falls. May all the souls ravaged by his evil rest in peace. It's finally over. Many brave souls died in this war. Thanks to us, they did not perish in vain. What shall we fight today?
You truly are the one the prophet promised. You are everything that all the angels and all of humanity could have hoped for. And, you're awfully nice too. I cannot believe it all came to pass. Just as the prophet wished. I left everything I knew behind to fight with you. It was the best choice I have ever made. Let us fight this evil together.
The day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
I would not be so certain. True evil never really dies, does it?
Time will tell.
The day is won. Diablo is vanquished, and all evil with him.
I would not be so certain. True evil never really dies, does it?
Time will tell. In the end, it was a mortal heart that saved 2 worlds from ruin and cast down the prime evil forever. A new day breaks for both angels and men. For mankind's greatest champion, the Nephilim, rose to confront the darkness that we, in our pride, would not face. brethren. I will take my place among you once again. But this time, as a mortal. Since justice has been met this day, I will now stand as wisdom. On behalf of those who risked all to save us. Forevermore, we shall stand together, angels and men, in the light of this glorious new dawn.